Oh man. Oh, I actually survived. I thought I got killed. That's funny. Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. And in today's video, we are going to be doing another comparison video. But this time, it's going to be between the Lancelot and the Fury. So many of you have been requesting this. I guess you have 5,000 gold to spare and you are kind of deciding on whether to go the Fury route or the Lancelot route. And hopefully this video will be able to guide you in the right direction. Okay, so I have my Fury Trident loaded up. I have my Lancelot with Ancile and Tehran. I actually have 3 Lancelots. I could throw them in, but I didn't want to sway things in either way in terms of favor. And that's why I'm going to be running one apiece here. And before I get started, let's take a look at my profile. Both of these bots are level 12, so the comparison is going to be fair as possible. And I am in Champion League, so I will be running against some high-level players out there. So for those of you that are kind of new to my channel, the way that I structure these videos is I try to run 3 games in a row. Nothing is edited, so uninterrupted. Basically what you see is what you get. And the reason why I do that is so that you kind of get an honest, I guess, review of the 2 builds, whatever it is that I am comparing. So if I do really poorly in the Fury, you're going to see it like 2 or 3 games in a row. I think that's the best way to do it. And this way I don't cherry pick my stuff. So if I mess up with my commentary or my gameplay, whatever it is, it's going to be included in this video. So I decided to roll with my Fury Trident. I just noticed we have a Vox player here. I'm kind of surprised to see him because I haven't really run with him in a very long time. Sometimes we have players that tend to run casually. He's one of them that tends to be in that group. Trying to fire my Tridents there. I think I should see if I can get within range of this guy. So on a map like this, the Fury Trident can actually end up doing better than the Lancelot, but a lot depends on the situation once again. In higher level play, you are going to notice a lot of players running Ancilots, and for those of you who are wondering, kind of what is an Ancilot? Ancilot is a Lancelot with Ancile. So this guy that I'm shooting here, he's in an Ancilot. And one Ancilot, so this is a fun fact kind of thing, one Ancilot can completely shut out a Fury Trident. Now this guy had his shield kind of blown up, so I was lucky to at least bring him down. But if his shield was fully charged, it would have been very difficult for me to do any sort of damage to him. Just waiting for a... trying to take out that Rogatka back there. This guy here is getting hit, I guess by, looks like a Lancelot there. I'm going to see if I can hit him here. Okay, there we go. So I'm targeting all those that have basically physical shields. I think that was a Griffin or something. So yeah, like I said, on this map, I would say the Fury tends to excel a little bit more, but again, it really depends on the situation too. So let's see if I can actually hit this guy. He doesn't have a shield there, so I can at least use my tridents on him to take him out. Starting to regenerate. We've got to knock that down quick though. I think I might have managed to take them out. There's another one going into center here. This guy's almost dead. So in the current meta of the game, for those of you that are kind of curious about this, in the current meta, and what I mean by that is in the highest level of play, I have been noticing a trend where more and more players are running the Lancelot over the Fury. I mean, you do see a Fury back there, but overall you're going to see, I think, more Lancelots than a Fury. And those that are running Lancelots tend to run the Ancile on them because you can completely shut out a Fury Trident. So that's something to keep in mind when you are making your decision. Both of them can be actually very situational as well. And on top of that, a lot also depends on the map too. So if you feel that you need some range in your hangar, then I think the Fury is the way to go. If you find you need more of a brawler style of a bot, then I would go with the Lancelot. Try to hit that player there. I'm gonna get hit by Trident soon because that Fury's trying to hit me. Well, he is hitting me actually. Just trying to get some damage on him. I'm gonna get taken out regardless. I've only got 6,000 left here. Okay, so I'm gonna roll now with my Ancilot. So as I said, a lot of players are kind of switching to the Lancelot with Ancile and Tyrants, mostly because the Ancile can completely shut out a Fury Trident. In order to take down my Lancelot, the other team would actually need 2 Fury Tridents if they were just relying on Tridents alone. And that's even if you do single-fired shots. It doesn't really work on the Ancile anymore. At least not that I've noticed anyways. And you can actually see there's a guy up top there who is in a Ancile, I believe Ancilot. I think I'm going to move towards the center here because we do need to get into center. We are down on beacons as well. They have a butch on the right side there. I nicknamed him the Christmas tree. I think one of my viewers mentioned that. So I'm going to get into the center here because we need this beacon, so this is the best way to kind of even things up a little bit. So you can see how much punishment my my Ancilot is actually taking. I mean, I got hit by a couple tridents there. I want to actually back up here, but there's too many guys that are up top here that like I don't want them to get into center, because if they do get into center here, then they're gonna get this beacon back, and we don't want that to happen. If we can hold this off for as long as possible, that would be ideal. This Christmas tree guy is looking at me there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that guy. Oh, I should have gone with him. This guy's speeding forward here. We're charging them. Let's see if I can hit this guy. Take out their butch. So you see in like numbers, in numbers such as this, the Ancilot actually works really effectively. I should have stuck with him actually, this guy. I didn't think he was going to get that aggressive on them. I know he pushed forward, but I'm not sure if I would have done that because they do have a lot of Ancilots waiting back there. We do need to get into a center here before they get into center with the Ancilots, because I think I saw a couple Ancilots there. Well, there's one. Oh, it looks like we're getting their side beacon. Okay, that's perfect. So we'll have 4 beacons on them. They're probably going to get the center one though. Oh man, they got a Christmas tree back there. I see the eyeballs. The guy's gonna hit me. There we go. So this guy here is in a. We've got a Ancilot. Oh, my targeting messed up. Let's see if I can get some damage on this guy before I go down here. I'm gonna have to ditch. We need to I need to get another bot into center before the game's over. This game's gonna be very, very close here, I think. 1 minute left to take control of center, basically. Oh, that guy just ate it. Oh, so they have a Raijing back there with Trebs. Actually, wasn't that the guy that had a Butch earlier? I guess he won that in the event or something. Come on, 300. I need to get within 300 of this guy up top. Let's see if I can... this guy here. For those of you that are wondering, you know, what bot am I using here? This is the Doc, so it's from the Wild Bunch. I bought it a while back during I think it was a Lunar event. Okay, so we managed to clear this out, but they're getting that beacon there too. But you know what? 5 seconds left, so that guy managed to get all the way to the other side and actually grab our beacon. Good on him though, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. So that was a crazy game. Really good performance on my part, I think. But as far as which one performed the best, I think the Lancelot, or the Ancilot in that case, did the best. So I'm going to be switching things up for game number 2 here. I'm going to be running a Thunder. I think I'm going to run a Thunder with Orkans. We're going to throw in some splash. Okay, so there we go. We got the Thunder Orkan build. I'm going to leave the Tridents for now, and then we'll switch to the Zeus, the next one. So let's roll game number 2. I'm actually hoping that we have more of a close range map. That map, the Lancelot with Ancile did great because of the Ancile. The Ancile can actually take a lot of punishment as far as Tridents go. As I said, it takes you will need 2 Fury Tridents to bring down 1 Lancelot with Ancile, and that's why we've kind of been seeing a decline in the Fury Trident being used. So in terms of the current meta, the Fury Trident, I wouldn't say it's dying, it's just that a lot of players are starting to build a more brawler kind of hanger, but they're incorporating the Lancelot with Ancile to substitute or at least be a counter to that Fury Trident. So I'm just waiting for game number 2 to load up here, and it looks like we've got the same map. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the battle before it starts. That way, you know, the other team, or at least the other team that I was supposed to be on, they get a replacement, hopefully. I kind of need to see if I can get another map, and I think that's what I'll do for the video, just so that we can see how these bots compare on different maps. I already played a Yamantau map in the previous game, so let's see if we can get something like Dead City, Powerplant, Moon map. Let's wait for this game to load here. Once again, I said that you know, everything is unedited and uninterrupted, so basically what you see is what you get, and I do this so that we can get the, I guess, most honest review of the 2 bots. The last game though, I would say the Lancelot performed better than the Fury. Sometimes the Fury does perform better though, so that's something to keep in mind. Whoa, looks like we're stuck on this map. Okay, let's see if I can get another map here. Generally, when I'm doing these videos, you know, if I see a map like that and I need to get specific footage, I will leave straight away. So if you happen to see my name or whatever, and you kind of under the impression that I ditched your team, that is actually not the case. Okay, because I am leaving well before that 30 seconds is up. So hopefully the player replacement system does work. Crazy, because the last 3 games have all been on Yamantau map. I'm hoping that I can get another map here. If I do edit anything, it's going to be to just basically cut that out. So hopefully we get another map. So I think while we're waiting, I might as well discuss, wow, man, is this thing stuck on like, that's like, okay, let's try that again. Let's hope it's not a winter map. Okay, so while we are waiting, okay, here we go. So we're on Shenzhen. This is sort of a combination of close range, and I would say this is more medium range, because you get a combination of like an open map, which is the center area here is very open, so it can favor the Fury depending on what you're firing at, and you know, the sides will more likely have like a brawler style of gameplay. So one thing that I always say, let's see if I can get some damage on that guy. One thing that I always say is, you know, when I do these videos, try to keep your eyes peeled in terms of what the other team is running and what the teammates or my teammates are running. If you see more Lancelots, for example, than Furies, then you know that that is probably the better choice. Seeing a lot of Griffins jumping back here. Trying to hit him with that trident. So if you look at my teammates, two of them in front of me have Ancilots. This Galahad better start running fast. Took a huge chunk out of him. There's a Lancelot in front of me, but he doesn't have an Ancile, so I'm going to be hitting him. There is a red player on the right side. I can see the arrow on my right side of my screen, so I'm going to turn quickly to see what I'm dealing with. And this, yeah, here we go. So that's one. Yeah, the problem here is that I can't really engage. I think I'm going to see if I can fire down the left side, because these guys don't have a shield, so I know I can do damage to them. Oh, that guy, he stepped in front of my tridents, but he wouldn't have known otherwise. Just trying to clear these guys out. Trying to use the splash damage of the tridents to take that guy out back there. I don't know if he's in like a Galahad or something, perhaps. These guys are very aggressive. So take a look at center. Look at all those Lancelots. This is what I'm actually talking about. Like, you don't really see Furies. These guys are probably wanting me to drop this, and I probably will eventually. There's a Fury. No, that's a Carnage Trident or something back there. But against very aggressive players or teams, you'll find that the Fury isn't really that effective, especially if the other team is running something like a Lancelot with the Ancile. Trying to hit that guy up top there. He managed to slide down to the left side. These guys are running a lot of Lancelots with Thunder and Orkins and stuff. Oh man, I hit my teammate. Let's see. So here we go. Here's another Ancilot going into center. Trying to hit this guy here to get him out. This player on the left side. Looks like I'm going to get hit by pins. Okay, so I'm going to ditch this. I'm going to go into my Thunder Orkins. I'm going to move to the left side. So the Lancelot, as I mentioned before, is more of a brawler kind of bot. It's more for close combat. So if you are finding yourself needing a bot which can do a lot of damage up close, this is the bot that you'll want to choose. You're very vulnerable though to range, as you saw there, unless you have an Ancile. I'm hoping that I could actually get within range of these guys so that I could sort of demonstrate just how crazy this bot can get once you get up close and personal. Not sure if what this guy's doing. Maybe he knows something that I don't. Why is he moving back there? Okay, so this guy here, let's go for it. I have a counter to his build, so that's lucky for me. So the Lancelot, as I said, is more of a brawler style of bot. You need to get closer to your opponent if you're running those thunders. You saw how I was able to do a lot of damage up close there. Obviously I'm going up against death button, so I went down pretty quick too. But both of these bots, they have very different purposes. You know, if you're in a Fury, you are going to be doing more of that range style. Is a Lancelot back here. Let's see if I can try hit him. He's hitting me with thunders, but if I can hit him with a plasma, then we're good. Let's see if I can jump and maybe hit above that ledge. Not sure if it helps. Trying to hit that shield so that I can break it. This guy's shield's gonna actually break. That's a lot of damage or plasma on his shield there. Getting it on the right side. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to deal with this. There's way too many of them. Trying to shoot this guy on the side. He's going to take me out. I just need one hit by his thunders, basically. There we go. I'm going to roll out with my dock here. And I'm going to hit him with Orkans, because I know he's very vulnerable to Orkans on this left side. Oh, he's going to get taken out, I think, before. I might actually move a little bit more to the right side to see if I can support my team here. So we do have a Fury Trident. He's getting hit actually pretty bad. Oops. The other team is starting to make out. I'm gonna move in my dock to the right side. This guy's got a sliver of health. He's almost... there we go. Oh man, that wasn't the one that I wanted to face. I needed more Orkans to deal with him. Okay, so in that game, you saw a little bit of the Fury being used and then the Lancelot, but I think the way that I attacked with my Lancelot towards the end there, where I approached the other Lancelot with, I think it was Thunder Tyrants, that is where you kind of need the Lancelot. Obviously, you can't do that with a Fury. That's just something that you need to keep in mind. And I'm going to be switching things up here. I think I'm going to be putting Tyrants on my Lancelot. So basically running the build that I saw in the last game when I went up against the other Lancelot there. And I'm going to run 3 Zeus. Not level 5, we need a level 12 Zeus here. Here we go. Okay, and before I roll out, we're going to take a look at stats for this. So everything is level 12, so it is going to be a fair comparison. Again, I'm in Champion League, and away we go. So this is going to be my third and last game. I'm hoping that we can get maybe like the moon map perhaps or Powerplant. I think that would be ideal. We'll see how it goes. It's unfortunate that the last couple of you know, matchmaking, when I try to get into a game, I ran into that Yamantau map like 5 times or something. That wouldn't really have been a good representation of how well these bots perform. But yeah, in the 2 games that I played, you could actually see how many Lancelots you saw out there on the battlefield. There were Furies, but not as much as the Lancelots, and there's a reason for that. A lot of players are starting to run the Lancelot with the Ancile, because it's a counter to the Fury Trident. So that's why we are seeing players run more of a brawler hanger. And if we land on like Moon Map, I think you are going to be seeing exactly that. A lot of brawlers. Okay, so Powerplant map is... this is a good map actually. It's kind of like a Moon Map in a way. So there's a lot of cover, and basically we're going to be able to see, you know, how the Fury performs and how the Lancelot performs on this map. Just looking around to see who we've got here. Looks like we've only got 4 players, but I think the other 2 are still going to be dropping in, hopefully. Looks like we're running into this noob clan. There's a few of them. I think there's like 5 of them. So this is going to be a very tough battle. I'm not exactly equipped for this map here. So I'm going to hit this Lancelot. My hopes is that I can at least... actually, I should hit this guy here. Shogatka. Or I could hit that Lancelot on the side. I think that would help too. Need to try help my buddy there. They're going to need help in this gap, so I'm going to see if I can try hit them. So when it comes to the Lancelot here, I need to actually break through his shield. You're going to see a lot of Lancelots being used. I mean, this is sort of a... it's like a clan play here. These this is how clans roll. They roll heavy with Lancelots and Ancile. So the Fury in this case only works once you bust through that shield, because otherwise you don't get any damage in. Not sure what... I think this guy's in a Griffin, perhaps? Yeah. Trying to get some more shots off with this Fury, and then I'm gonna have to switch over, because my team needs my help. And that's the other thing too. Although I have the Fury, it doesn't mean I need to stick in it the whole time. You know, you want to always be aware of what's happening in the game. For example, right now we have a lot of guys on that. Here's the other thing too. Like, I could be in a Zeus and I can't actually do anything to this guy until I break his shield, and that's not going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to run with my Lancelot with Thunder Tyrants now, and we're going to see if we can clear the gap here. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually get into this gap here. I actually want to go into this gap to help. The downside is though I need this beacon. Okay, so I'm going to move down to the bottom here because we need this beacon. Very vulnerable to death buttons. So if there's any sort of death buttons around here, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so I got this beacon back, but yeah, there's a death button here. I saw him, so I'm gonna lock on him just in case he does jump up and he decides to take me out. I'm gonna leave my rush ready just in case I need to use that rush to avoid his Orkans. I think he's actually gonna, he might actually jump soon. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna move in, use my rush to get here as quickly as I can. Let me just get through my Terrans quick so that when I do engage, it's gonna be fully charged. Okay, so this is where you want to have a Lancelot, in these small areas. So if you guys need like a brawler, this is the way to go, because I think the Lancelot actually is the ultimate brawler as far as close range goes. It's just because you can clear out so many guys in a very short amount of time. If you just wait and see if I can take this guy out here. Yeah, he didn't see me, but I think there's a death button on the left side of me, so I'm gonna have to be careful of that. Trying to move. You see how much damage I was actually able to inflict there, and that's with the Lancelot. So if you are needing a bot, like I said, that can do a lot of damage up close in close quarters on these smaller maps, then the Lancelot is definitely the way to go. If you need more range, this guy needs to move out of my way, move out of my way. If you need more range, I'm gonna get hit with Hawkins and stuff on this guy here too. Oh man! Oh, I actually survived. I thought I got killed. That's funny. I still got all my weapons. My dock is so crippled up and busted here. This game's over though, because we can't get the other beacon. But that was actually a very good example of where the Lancelot performs better than the Fury once again. I had to reject my clanmate's invite. Sometimes when I do videos, I have to do that, unfortunately, because I prefer to run solo, so that it gives the solo player a better idea of what to expect. The thing is, when you run with your clan, they can cover you, so it makes the bot or the build look better than what it really is. And this way, you know, I don't have that kind of cover. But anyways, guys, you know, I hope that actually helped in kind of showing you the advantages, disadvantages of the Lancelot over the Fury. So again, going back to that same question, should you get a Lancelot or should you get a Fury? So again, this is just going to be my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion and thoughts on which they feel is the better buy. So in the current meta, where a lot of players are running Ancilots, so that's the Lancelot with Ancile Shield, because it completely shuts out a Fury Trident. It doesn't shut out a Fury Zeus, but again, remember, the Fury Zeus, you have to strike the Lancelot shield 3 times before you even break it, and then you can only do damage. But as far as the Lancelot with Ancile goes, it completely shuts out the Fury Trident. You need 2 Fury Tridents to bring down 1 Lancelot with Ancile, and because of that very reason, and because of the moon map, I'm actually more in favor of the Lancelot now in the current meta. Another thing also to consider, so now that I've actually mentioned that, and you know, this is something that you do need to consider as well, because we are testing the dash robots, the Mark II and the Mark III are actually very good counters, I would say, to the Lancelot, just based on the current test servers that we've been testing these bots on. The dash robots aren't out yet. I would imagine they're probably going to hit live servers within the 1 to 2 months, perhaps. So because they are just around the corner, I mean, that really isn't that too long to wait, and I think it might be worth the wait though. So in terms of whether you should purchase, one or the other. If you can wait, I would actually wait. If you are an impatient person and you feel you absolutely need to buy a Lancelot or a Fury, I would go with the Lancelot and hopefully equip it with an Ancile or something. But I think the benefits are just based on the current map rotation. With the moon map, more maps tend to favor the Lancelot, in the current meta and in the current state of the game, in terms of, what maps are offered to us. But yeah, other than that, I think that about covers it. If you like this video and you found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.